Hey everyone, Tappers here again, and welcome back to the final attack no damage runs. Last we left off, we completed stage 2 by defeating the Wily slot machine, and now we're headed to stage 3. Now, one of the things about the Wily stages is that it's kind of hard to tell if there's even really a theme, aside from them being, well, kind of difficult to navigate if you're doing Buster only, no damage. Stage 3, though, it's a mother load. I mean, basically the theme of this stage is about speed, or at least timing and kind of speeding through, kind of being on a timer or something like that. Because you have enemies that you have to take out one enemy, and then you have to be ready for another enemy, and be ready for another enemy. Kind of like that, where you had the Dodge Chargers, the Muffler, and that Gorilla Met. And then you have this room with the Octopus batteries, where if you don't speed through that quickly and take them out through mashing, you're gonna get a battery to the face, and that's not cool. I mean, they should be charged with battery. Okay, that wasn't funny. Well, okay, it was clever, but I don't know if it was funny. And then, there are some decent rooms you can easily get past. This room here with the electric traps, the spikes, and those laser cannons, that's kind of a tricky part. Heck, the mini-boss squid is pretty much a jerk too, because he gives you half the platform that you had back in Glacier Man stage. But he's still not really much different. I mean, he kind of goes down the same way as before, just you don't have as much dodging room. Second half of the stage also has some nasty traps. This room is not one of them. I have a funny outtake about that dragon big eye that I should show, but we'll get to that when it happens. Then you have this room with these chibis and fans with electric traps, where you kind of need to rush through that one if you can. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll be trapped between lasers and bees, and it's not fun getting stung by bees. I mean, I've been stung in the cheek, and that's kind of besides the point. Then you have the return of the firewalls, but you also have a bunch of enemies trying to impede your progress. Much more so this time. And then traps trying to slow you down. And then, well, you've got this trap, which isn't really much. But, I think there's one more segment of, or I'd say there's about 3 more screens, sort of, sections, whatever. This being one where you have the springs coming back, you have that snowman that wasn't really important, electric traps, you got the Speed Woman air rides or whatever. They're totally scrapped from Kirby's Air Ride. No, they're not. Coming up in just a couple seconds, you have a bit of a trap there, or a gotcha, where you got those motor enemies, or those air riders kind of coming out of nowhere. And then be careful here, because you got one of those Mecha-Krackos ready to zap you. Plus you have those icicles that you have to jump on, so if you're not careful, you'll be in trouble. Now this section here is kind of an interesting one, because you see that there's octopus batteries that you can't really hit once they go off screen. Also at the top you see a snail. As you can see, you have to get past that snail in order to continue, and well, you have those octopus batteries. Now, there are 2 ways that you can do this. You can take the time to shoot the octopus batteries, considering that when you leave the screen, they do not come back. Or you can do it in kind of a tougher method by leaving the batteries there and doing some tricky timing. Well, okay, not tricky timing, but some quick timing, like here. Take a shot, get down the ladder, and then when you can, get back and dodge the spikes again, and then that's pretty much all you have to do. It took a little figuring out, but not really, because I don't know, it wasn't too hard to figure out. But yeah, the only obstacle left here is just making sure that you don't overjump like I almost did there. And we're coming up to the boss, which in a way is one of the reasons, or could have been one of the reasons why I almost didn't do the Wily stages is because of this boss, Mecha-Kracko. Well, sort of. So he starts off by using kind of a Dr. Wily homing pattern with the orbs, and then you kind of dodge those. His eye comes down, and then you can shoot it a few times. Fortunately for this boss, a Buster Shot deals 2 points of damage, and then after that you kind of have sort of a blob devil sort of formation pattern where the clouds go down one by one and return to their mother Kracko or something like that before repeating the pattern. Now, another reason why I wasn't looking forward to this boss before is because, as you can see, the platform isn't exactly in the center of the screen, and when they start going from bottom to top, the clouds are actually closer to you. And I actually did figure out a remedy to get past this tougher part of the fight is by jumping as they're going up. That way I can dodge the shots. And right there I kind of only got 2 shots on him, but whatever, what can you do? The other good thing about this fight is that there's really no RNG, because the clouds will always come down in the exact same pattern or the exact same order every single time. Well, unless you consider the opposite, where you have kind of like a mirrored version where it's kind of hard to tell. Pardon me. So there's that. But I wasn't sure how long this fight would actually last, because I was under the assumption he took 1 damage per Buster Shot, but in this case I think this fight only lasted like 2.5 minutes, and yeah, after this I am just able to finish him off. Oddly enough, this is actually not this is a decent boss, at least in my opinion, but it's kind of hard to say. You can wreck him with the seasonal barrier, because you'll pretty much take no damage. So with that, stage 4 will be next. There will be some extras for the stage if I can show it, but until then, I'll see if for stage 4. Hey everyone, Tappers here again, and welcome to the stage 3 extras and whatever other stuff. So the extras I wanted to show had to do with Mecha-Kracko, because there's a couple of unusual things about this fight that I kind of noticed from playing against him. I mean, when I was practicing against him in preparation for this stage. I have to wait a little bit to see if I can get it to happen. At least one of 2 things that I noticed. And it really doesn't matter that I'm getting hit, because, well, this isn't a real attempt, so I'm just gonna get hit and all that stuff and shoot him a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, when they always shoot whenever you, well, you know. Now, if you jump down here, for whatever reason, all of them decide to attack you. So there's that. There's one other thing I want to show, but I don't know if it'll actually happen. One time when I was practicing this boss and I was just suiciding on purpose, the game actually froze on me. And yeah, it was kind of odd. I don't know if I can get that to happen again. But whatever. That's the only notable extra I had to show, just because I thought it was kind of weird and I don't know. So enjoy the outtakes, and they're kind of weird, and they're actually not that many, because I don't know. I guess I got lucky and all that. So I'll see you for stage 4, which is the boss rush. So see you for that.